There's a whole page devoted to the Mayor for all their work he's done already. So, but first of all, I'd like to offer thanks to Councillor Tony Lukey. He couldn't make it this evening, but he had a tough time. It must be tough being a mayor for 2 years, isn't it? But being that during COVID, so 18 months of that was during the COVID period. So 18 months of COVID is very difficult, isn't it? And to be mayor during that time was very difficult. He did a sterling job. He was a credit. So Tony Lukey did, as I say, did a sterling job as mayor for 2 years in the most difficult of circumstances. And I think we owe Tony some thanks for that, and I'd like to give a round of applause to Tony Lukey, the former mayor. So we've got a new mayor, and what a mayor he is already. Councilor Bishnu Gurung. Took a bit of getting used to a few years ago when he first joined us. But Bish, as he's affectionately known to us, except when he's wearing their robes, and I have to call him Mr. Mayor. He's a fantastic mayor. He's a great role model for Hounslow. You know that we've got over 145 languages spoken here, one of those Nepalese, and it's fantastic to see officers and staff from the from the Gurkha regiment here representing the Nepalese community in the armed services, etc. And there's a long tradition of Nepalese people settling in Hounslow, and unfortunately, and I do say unfortunately, the barracks recently shut. So we've had barracks in Hounslow for over 100 years, and things move on, and the barracks are closed. But I know Mr. Mayor was at that closing ceremony, and it was a very moving event. And he spoke to me about that and what it means to the Nepalese community to be not only part of the one Hounslow wider community, but also the community of Nepalese people living in Hounslow. And that connection, I'm sure, will be even stronger now we have a Nepalese mayor. So as a former, I think it's Staff Sergeant, have I got that right?
Yeah, you're right.
Right, all right. Oh, good. Former Staff Sergeant of over 15 years service in the Gurkha regiment. He's got a lot to be proud for. And I'm personally very proud to have a Nepalese mayor for the first things we said we'd do in 2018. And I'm pleased to say, I think we've done most of that. We've done most of that, and that's something to be proud of. So I'm going to sort of end here, but just to say it's an absolute pleasure to stand up here and formally welcome Bishnu Gurung as the Mayor of Hounslow and his lady wife.
Hounslow is very close to me, and being elected as the Mayor of the London Borough of Hounslow, and it's given me the great opportunity for the local community, and especially for the Nepalese community, Gurkha Nepalese community, it's become the national identity. So that's why I'm very proud and honored to be a mayor. This year, I want to try as much as possible to connect the community in the Hounslow, to go with them and meet them and do as much as possible, because that is the duty falls under the mayor's duty to carry on the civic duty, and as well as I do need to carry on the constitutional duty as well to running the council meeting. And also I'm looking forward for the next year is even much more, and then I wish and I believe that that will be the normal COVID rates. Then I can openly contact with everybody in the community in the Hounslow and bring all of them together, and then we will start the Hounslow as a business as used to be before. This year, my charity that I have chosen the SAFA, the sailor, soldier, airman, family and association, because this is so close to my heart, and I've been working with this charity since 2010 to help the serving and retired veterans and the family for their needs. I am planning to raise the awareness of the SAFA and raise the fund for the soldier charity. I have already planning to collect the bucket collection in every Asta store, Tesco store, and the bus company as well. I already put it in the name down there. The request in the Brentford football club in the Hounslow Borough. I would like to aware the SAFA charity and raise the fund for this charity. Please donate any amount of money to my charity, and all the detail of the charity will be on the website. Thank you very much.
You will be pleased to know that your meals will be served now. Bon appetit. Because very, very shortly we will be starting the first act, which consists of the Mayor's Piper, Corporal Gurung, who will play the Highland Cathedral for you.
Vamos a mirar eso. Io voglio mettere Lola.
Sorry, can we all sit down? Sit down. What's the...
Bishnu has kindly nominated SAFA as his mayoral charity. I'm sure some of you are thinking, oh, what is SAFA? Possibly the largest military charity you've never heard of. So I'd like to take you back 136 years to 1885, when Britain was involved in the aftermath of the Anglo-Egyptian War, one of these little wars that seemed to crop up a lot in the 19th century, and the relief of Khartoum. And Major Ghare wrote, appealing for money and volunteers to support the families of soldiers and sailors involved. So the Soldiers and Sailors Families Association was born. In the next 15 years, our nursing branch provided community nurses to look after the families of serving men in their own homes, both in the UK and abroad. Remember, this was 50 years before the National Health Service came into existence. In fact, they were so successful that they became a model for the district nurses when the NHS was formed in 1948. Residential accommodation was built initially for officers' widows and unmarried daughters. Later, obviously expanded to cover all servicemen and women and their families. During the First World War, we again cared for the family.
As well as Afghanistan. When their military careers were over, Chris found he couldn't cope and tragically took his own life. She had to face the future alone with her young son. So when Mandy needed help, SAFA, the Armed Forces charity, was there. SAFA is the UK's oldest national tri-service military charity, providing support for our brave serving personnel, veterans and their families. If you can, please give £10 to help change someone's life, like Mandy, who has sacrificed so much.
Champagne. But good evening and thank you for a warm welcome. I hope you're all enjoying the evening so far. Just in case you don't know me, I'm Councilor Lily Bath. I'm the Deputy Leader of the Council and I'm a Councillor in the Heston West Ward. So firstly, it's a huge honour to be here to celebrate the 56th Mayor of Hounslow, Councillor Bishnu Gurung. I was with Bishnu on Saturday and we were slightly worried about the rate of COVID and worrying about whether this event would go ahead. So I'm absolutely pleased that we've been able to meet, and I know Bishnu has been eagerly waiting for this moment. So brilliant. So as you know, Hounslow is a very rich borough, a very diverse borough, and of course it's a great pleasure to welcome our very first Nepalese mayor. And you know that the mayor plays a really important civic role in supporting many of our local community groups, volunteer organisations and residents. And the mayor's role is absolutely pivotal in connecting the council with all our communities, helping us celebrate and recognise the fantastic work across the borough. Bishnu, I can say very confidently, has been an excellent mayor in his role so far. I've had the pleasure of attending a couple of events with him, and he is a very committed and dedicated individual. He absolutely cares about the community, and in my opinion, he is a very grassroots community mayor, which I think is incredibly important. You obviously know that Bishnu used to be a Gurkha, but don't let that fill you with fear, because he's a very gentle and kind man, and I've seen him operating very, very compassionately with members of his own community. Bishnu contacted me probably about a couple of years ago when he was doing some work with members of his own community, the Nepalese community, I think you remember. And I was so impressed with the way that he didn't give up, and he went on and on trying to get the best possible help for them. And I think that's remarkable. And he didn't stop until he got the best services that he could possibly do. So I think you should be proud of that, Bishnu. So, in terms of the Mayor's charity work, as you all know, that obviously a very important part of being a mayor is the charity work that you do and the contribution that you make to local communities, and obviously raising funds across Hounslow. You've heard from SAFA the Mayor's Chosen Charity of the Year. And I think you'll agree with me, it's an incredibly inspiring organisation. They've helped so many servicemen, women and families in our local area across the UK. And I was just looking at their website, and despite the challenges of the pandemic, I think they've managed to reach out to 79,000 people, which is a huge amount. Now, I've previously worked in charities before, and I absolutely understand and get the amount of work that they do in terms of filling the gaps in need. And so please do give as much that you possibly can. So I also want to take this opportunity to not forget that the Mayor, as a Deputy Mayor, who is Councilor Hina Min. So obviously that's a really important part as well in terms of supporting the Mayor. So together you and the Mayor will make an excellent team, and I wish you all the very best of the year. So finally, I'd just like... There you are, I found you. Sorry. Yeah, well done and congratulations to you both. So finally, I'd just like to say thank you to all for coming tonight. I hope you're enjoying the evening. I particularly enjoyed the entertainment from the dancers. I thought that was excellent. Vishnu, we did it. You managed to have an event. Well done. Thank you. Yeah. And listen, I really hope that you enjoy the next, the next year your mayoral event, and I know you're going to do a super job. And good luck to you, and enjoy this evening as well. You deserve it. Thank you.
John, thank you very much. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I'm a big size, so that's why he makes sure that I get the microphone closer to me. Thank you. I hope you are beginning to enjoy the party, which again I was scaring about it. Right Honourable MPs of constituency, both constituencies, Seema Malhotra and Ruth Cadbury's, our DM, fellow councillors, and distinguished guests, and the ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know me, I think most of the councillors knows very well, but the guests, they may not know. But anyway, you have heard time to time that I am the 56th Mayor of London Borough of Hounslow. A former staff sergeant, a brigade of Gurkhas, British forces. I think when is the record start, that's I think probably our CEO can tell us, but anyway, I've become the 56th Mayor, holding the Councilor Tony Luiki 2 terms. Anyway, thank you for joining us this evening. I'm delighted to see so many of you, especially Councilor. I wasn't realized that so many Councilor will attend this sort of inaugural event. But having seen so many of my fellow Councilor to this event tonight is so lovely, and it's touching my heart that you all loves me, I hope so. Thank you very much. I would like to start giving a thanks to Leader of Council, Steve Ghare, and Deputy Leader, Lily Bath,
for their kind words. That was fantastic. Both of them, they gave a very positive message about me and the community that work for. It's not only for the Gharti Nepalese community, for the diverse, multi-diverse community in Hounslow. And that's reflect giving me this red regala tonight here. Thank you very much. I would also like to thank all the other members who have joined us this evening. Particularly, I would like to mention the Councilor Tony Lucky, who was the former mayor of the London Borough of Hounslow. But unfortunately, I just come to know by the leader of the council speeches that he is not attending. So sad. Yeah. But however, he been working as a shadow for 19 months or 2 terms. So this is why probably he's watching or he is working quietly, lonelinessly in his home probably. So I could say that it has been a tough following his footsteps, having 2 years term and doing mostly virtual event on the computer. And I think you are all, agree that he loves to work hiddenly rather than exposed like me here. Anyway, I would like to thank him for the support that he given to me. Thank you, Tony Lucky, although you are not here. Yeah. I would also like to take this opportunity, thanks. Some of our councillor officers have made tonight dinner such a wonderful occasion. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And for the member, I would like to thanks is the support team. Carol Fierce, unfortunately she's not here tonight. Thank you. I think most of the guests tonight and the councillor know how hard she worked from the mayor office. Probably it's not one email. Probably you may had the email, couple of email, not couple of email, or the more than that, and maybe in a phone call also. So she is fantastic, and she is the super girl working in the council for the mayor, which is I really glad. Thank you very much. Yeah. And alongside Nicholas Lewis, she working so hard as well for the mayor office. You know that without these 2 ladies, I wouldn't be able to have this fantastic event tonight here. So I really thanks them from the bottom of my heart, and we will continue until my tuner is finished, and hopefully at the end of the my mayoral tour, we'll even have a more enjoyable, and we will give you such a fantastic service for you and the councillor and the dignity here tonight. And I also include Jennifer Morgan, Liz Bangun, and Helen Killick. They are all working for the member service. When they are the Liz and the Carol Pierce is not here, they will take over and they will do the job. Thank you very much. From our communication team, which is I include events manager and the AV team. I think event manager, I will start with the team Duran. You have just seen, he's not only the organizer the event, but now today you have seen with the mayor of procession that he was with the mass barrier, mass carrying. This is fantastic. Great to see young lad carrying a mass barrier. Well done, team. It's fantastic. Sonia Ferguson, I know she was already here around 5 o'clock, I think. She's starting all things in going okay or not. So thank you, Sonia. Sadiq, Councilor, and Yognash Nagras, Yogji, he's a fantastic. He's the one who made the video a while ago you have just seen. So he is the great person working in the community. It's not only I know him here. I know him when I was not even councillor in this borough. So he is my very old friend, and engaged with the Nepalese community. Yes, so hats off. Yeah, guys, yeah, guys. Well done, thank you very much. Yeah, Gary Berman and Sagar Sharma. He is the new our communication head, and he is doing fantastic job. He tried to being here tonight to make even our event fantastic and romantic, to get the John Lumley on this event. But unfortunately, John Lumley could not able to attend. So anyway, thanks very much for Sagar approaching you, to get that sort of thing. Thank you. And I must not forget the Liz Carey, who is a fantastic, she is always close with the mayor, and then she wants to get out of the mayor events and giving it to the community what mayors are doing. So it is a great, and thank you, Liz, as well. And finally, a special thank you to following individual. I would like to say first, our announcer, John Walker. Thank you, John Walker, he's become my friend while I was doing the community worker, and then walking to the parks and leisure center. So he is a great man to helping for me on that occasion. Thank you, John. I would like to thanks to auctioneer, our councillor Sue Sampson. Later on you will see her. Be ready, she will do whatever she can do to get your pocket deep down. So please, leave it. And of course, our piper, councillor, corporal, I keep on going councillor. It's a corporal, Nanda Kumar Gurung, who is doing a fantastic job for us, played his bagpipe, which is great. And he still is not there. He's still coming back again. You might be surprised later on. Yeah? So he's doing fantastic job. And this organized by our Queen Worker Signal GM, Worker Major, which is in the army rank, is the Major Amrit Guru. He's just right in front. He's here now to support me with the mess kit. This is fantastic. And along with him is our the one Lieutenant Colonel from the Gorkha Regiment, is Tulbadur Khamja. Well done, Colonel Khamja. And I wish you best of luck to go further up. We need our Gorkhas to be leading role and to demonstrate in the British community. That's why we need the quality of officer like you. Thank you for and I also would like to include my thanks to the dancer. I think you have seen just one dancer. There are still one more to coming up. So they are fantastic, wasn't it? They made us like to dance ourselves. So I would like to thank you for the Moforum Wembley Mother Youth Group giving me such a fantastic dance and enjoying our guests and distinguished guests at the heart of the Hounslow, and on the 6th floor this is our councilor chamber, and this is where we make the policy for the resident and we deliver the service for them. So what a fantastic to see them here and having them here on our 6th floor. Thank you very much indeed. And finally, our caterers, the elite catering. I think you have already started at the beginning, and as well as on the tabletop already, which is great, and it seems very tasty and a lot of food around there. So this is, I believe you are all enjoying. But don't be lost. You can have as much as you can there, and then they will still be serving for you. Thank you. Perhaps you could all join with me in giving them all the round of applause. Thank you. And it is an honor and pleasure to serve you as a 56th Mayor of Hounslow, alongside my Deputy Mayor, Councilor Inamir. You are a great, and she is helping so much for me as well. And then being a lady as a Deputy Mayor is so honored. Thank you, Inaji. I'm delighted to call Hounslow is my home and to be elected as a mayor for our wonderful borough fills me with enormous pride. I'm also delighted to be the first mayor is Nepalese and former member of the armed forces, the Brigade of Gorkha. Ayo, thank you. Over the past few months, I have had a pleasure of meeting so many of our wonderful community groups, residents, and volunteer organizations. Some highlighting or highlights during my mayoral so far include attending the 19th Gorkha Cup and Nepali Mela, which is fun fair organized by the committee UK. Unfortunately, they are not here tonight. They could not make it. Anyway, please convey my message to thank them for including the London Mayor to be participate on the event. And I also celebrating winners of the World Environment Day photography competition at Cranford Community School with Honorable MP Seema Malhotra. That was fantastic. Thank you, Seemaji, for including me there. Visiting Chiswick Market and Chiswick Cheese Market. Presenting the Mayor Recognition and Appreciation Award to Army Cadet from Heston 6 Company. Presenting the Mayor Recognition, I just mentioned that one, and meeting local residents at the Hounslow Rotary Club. I believe they are all there. They should be here. I think, yes, well done. Thank you, Ali and Mrs. Lovely to see you. And supporting a local fundraising for Hounslow Community Food Box. Of course, during the pandemic, we've been all depend on our Hounslow Community Food Box. So Steve Curran mentioned already this about us. Attending the opening of the wonderful new Brentford FC Community Stadium. That was great. Great fun, that one. And we enjoyed with the little that one. But the first one, that when we were in the Wembley Stadium, I was with the leader. That's the first time our Brentford FC community win the game and they become the Premiership Champion League player. What a great news. Thank you. You're taking part in the grand opening of the new urban garden pavilion at Control Community College. I will brief that a little bit more later on. Celebrating VJ Day, which is related with the armed forces, and Royal British Legion. They are all here tonight. So VJ Day, VE Day, Armed Forces Day for Hounslow Royal British Legion. Thank you, Royal British Legion, to arrange this lesson. Well done. I would also like to say thank you. It's presented to Mr. Mayor, and then this will be property of the Mayor Parlour, and it will stay there. Thank you very much for their presenting the mug and congratulating me in a Gurung traditional on becoming the Mayor. Thank you very much. And same thing I would like to mention that Tamil Samaj UK, they are here tonight, 4 or 5 of them, very delighted. For the Tamil Samaj, plate, here we go. This is the plate that they have given for the council, and it will be stay in Mayor Parlour again as a property. Thank you very much. And congratulating me for the celebrating my achievement in Gurung traditional as being the first Gorkha or Gurung Gorkha Mayor of Hounslow and in the UK, plus accepting the Mayor Appreciation and Recognition Award individually to Mr. Chitrabad Gurung. I think he's here somewhere here, Chitrabai. Yeah, thank you very much for accepting that dedication award for the community and his Samaj. And also the team award, which is Tamil Samaj UK. The chairman of the Tamil Samaj UK is Shiva Gurung. Thank you very much. You guys are fantastic. Well deserved that things. And I also include Police Clan Association for the delightful trophy. I think you can see this is the first one here. Yeah, thank you very much. Trophy, thanking the council for his support. Thank you. Malwina, you are great, and our husband there. Thank you. And finally, the Talangan community also, they are a token of space up. These are all trophies that I need to show for you. This is the Telangana community. They given to the council for the token as appreciation that Mayor attended their event. Thank you very much. And finally, especially thanks to the Western West big local for their commitment, commemorating plague. I think that is the greatest one that I feel myself is never forget that sort of things. It has made a history and will remain for long for the generation. It's a plague is written by the Mayor of Hounslow, London Borough of Hounslow, and is stick there for the future generation can see that sort of things, which is such a pride and honor to be written the 56th Mayor on the plaque and placed in front of the Cranbrook Community School is an enormous pride. Thank you very much. The big Garden Pavilions group. Thank you very much. These are just a few of the many groups and residents I would like to acknowledge and thank this evening. Being given the chance to support and celebrate your contribution to our borough is truly my favorite part of being Mayor of Hounslow. These memories will remain in my heart, and I am touched to have been part of this event. Of course, the life of Mayor is not always glamorous and plain sailing. One of my very first engagements was celebrating Middlesex Flag Day with the leader of council, Steve Ghare. You know that the key for any Flag Day ceremony is, of course, the flag. However, when we arrived to the photo shoot, we discovered that the wrong flag had been delivered. Despite this, and as true professional, myself and Councilor Steve Curran, leader of the council, we continue with the event and managed to get some great photo shoots. That's the outcome. Thank you. Perhaps I think it was the secret test to check I was up to the job of the mayor. So I believe you have known by now that I have selected the SAFA, sailor, soldiers, airmen, and family association as my chosen charity for the year. SAFA, the Armed Forces Charity, provides servicemen and women, veterans, and military families with critical face-to-face guidance and support, which you have already listened from our chairman, Julian Oliver. The charity has a special place in my heart. As a former British Gurkha Staff Sergeant with a 19-year service, you have seen and heard about some of the amazing work by SAFA this evening. And thank you to youth player Jonathan Sandal, Julian Oliver, Clive, Pauline, and Brian Crow for joining us at tonight's dinner. London Northwest is a SAFA local branch in our borough. In 2020 alone, the division distributed over £41,000 to local beneficiaries and helped over 40 local families in Hounslow. That's which already the Julian Oliver mentioned that. I'm just echo what he said. I hope that tonight we can raise even more fund to support SAFA's and fantastic work across Hounslow and the UK. So get ready to get bidding. Please dig deep in your pocket. Now, I would like you all to join with me. Just one minute, I forgot my glass. Right, now I would like you all to join with me in raising your glasses while I toast you all this evening. Toast! Now, thank you for coming tonight, and I'm delighted to now hand back to Donoga. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your speech, but your work is still not over, because there will be a short ceremony between the Mayor and the Piper. The Piper will come in and play a tune called La Bonne. Then, for the benefit of people like myself who are too ignorant and only can speak English, there will be an exchange between the two of them. The Piper will roughly say goodwill to the Mayor, and the Mayor will say that he mutually agrees. Now, it would benefit the ceremony if you could all stand up. Well, it looks like everybody who wants to is standing up. So, let the ceremony begin.
सुख शान्ति अनि दीर्घायु होस् सर
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
Bueno, hay que contarlo. Come mi fai vedere? Dei sono ne fanno
Something 300. 300 here. 350, Salmon. Can we move to 400? 400? 400. We're at 350. Come on, let's have a bidding war with the councillor. Move to 400. No, we're at 350. Okay, so going, gone. Salmon Shaheen has just won 2. It's been signed by the whole team. Okay, so can we start the bidding at £50? Can we have £50 here. Can we move to 75? 75, gentlemen, here. Can we move to 100? 100. Gabriella, thank you very much. 100, 125. 125. London Irish. It's a fully signed shirt by the whole team. 125. Okay, Gabriella, can we tempt you? Okay, any more rugby fans in the room? £125 is a very good deal. And you've got to remember, all the money is going to the Mayor's charity. Okay, so we're at 100, are we at 150? 125, sorry. 125, can we move to 150? 150 for a fully signed London Irish home rugby shirt. 150. We're at 125. Okay, we are gone to Councillor Gabriella. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to move. We have 4 tickets for the Brentford versus Norwich City match, donated by Brentford Football Club. Okay, now can we start the bidding at £50? £50 for 4 tickets. Adriana, Councillor Adriana. £50. Can we move to 75? Ragwinda, 75. Can we move to 100? 100 for 4 tickets. Ruth, MP Ruth Cadbury, £100. Can we move to 125 for the 4 tickets? 125 for 4 tickets, Brentford v Norwich City. We have this gentleman here, 125, fantastic. Can we move to 150? Ruth, 150, thank you very much. Can we move to 175? 175? Ragwinda, 175. Can we move to 200? That's 200. Can we move to 200 on the 4 tickets, Brentford versus Norwich City? Ruth, thank you very much, Ruth. We're now at 200. Can we move to 225? 225. Can we move? 355 on the yellow. 355 on the yellow. 355 on the yellow. There we go. Okay, we have an orange ticket. We have 139 on the orange. 139 orange. Okay, we move to the pink. We have 312 on the pink. 312 on the pink. 312. We are still on the pink. We have 347 on the pink. 347 on the pink. 347 on the. It's on the pink. 347 pink. No, it's pink. Okay, we have 447 on the yellow. 447 on the yellow. 447? Gentlemen here. I don't hear much cheering from your table.
Yeah, that's cheering in the table. You're welcome, Dad.
Okay, we are on the blue. We have 650 on the blue. 650. 650. Punsa. Okay, we're back on the pink. We are 491 on the pink. 491. 491 on the pink. 491 on the pink.
Orange, please.
It's quite good.
Thank you very much to Councillor Sue Sampson for being such a brilliant auctioneer, and I think we should give her a round of applause. She got 175 out of me, so I think she's probably going to come to tea with me. But look, I just want to say a very big thank you and to Councillor Bishnu Gurung, our Mayor, our 56th Mayor. Mr. Mayor, you and Deputy Mayoress and our Mayoress and our Deputy Mayor, I think you are doing an incredible job. You've taken on this role in a really difficult time, and you have shown how we can keep your engagement with the community going on to support all the community groups that you talked about. It was really special as well to hear tonight from Safa with all the work that's going on, and to know where every penny that is being raised in the name of your charities tonight is going, and the good use to which it is going. I also want to thank all of our councillors who are here tonight. I wonder if the councillors who are here tonight can just stand up so everyone can see where you are. All the councillors can just stand up, and I just want to, I think we can just say a big thank you and a round of applause to our councillors. All of our councillors in Hounslow do an incredible job serving the residents in their wards, but also tonight here supporting this Mayor's inaugural reception for our 56th Mayor. The Mayor does an incredible amount of work, civic duties that go on. It's an endless job on top of also other work, your job, and also the work that you always have with your family. And I think we all know how difficult it is to do all of that, especially during the times that we're experiencing. So I know it's very special for everyone to be here tonight and to be able to share in this wonderful, provide the opportunity for all of our guests representing so much across our community representatives, our businesses. Everybody is here to support you in supporting your charities and to support Hounslow Council's work to make sure that our residents' needs are met. So thank you all for coming tonight, for supporting this event, and it's just wonderful to be here with you all, and I wish you all a wonderful rest of the evening. Thank you. Thank you very much.